Crystal Lyons and another Cowgirl Logic here. I am out this morning walking on my neighbor's ranch, and I got my new pup with me, Ruger. Hello, puppy. Hello, Ruger. There we go. Anyway, got to bring Ruger with me because Ruger was born in the city, and for a little bit, a lady had him. I think he's only about 8 weeks old, but a lady had him and was just going to keep him as a house dog in her backyard. And Ruger's got to realize that there's life outside of a small backyard. And to do that, he's got to be taken out to where he can run into skunks. He needs to recognize not to get too close to skunks. He needs to figure out how to handle snakes. Yesterday we come across some cows, and all of a sudden he saw those big old creatures for the first time, and he was like, oh my gosh, and I was calling his name, and he suddenly got deaf because all he could think about was this big imposing enemy in his path, and he did the worst thing he could have done, and that is separate from me. Stopped following me and got away from me, and then he became bait for the cow. She honed in on him, and I ran in and ran interference and grabbed him up and carried him through the herd and all. But what was the most dangerous thing he could have done was exactly what he did. We do that a lot in life. Our whole issue about life is to learn that there's skunks and snakes out there, and to learn the signs and to know how to handle ourselves in those situations. And then when we run across something that's too big for us, the worst thing we can do is separate ourselves from the path that the Lord would have us on. We get our eyes focused on the problem, and it begins to make us deaf to the voice of the Lord, and we magnify our problem, and it just gets bigger. Ruger had no idea that I'm far superior to those cows. He's just looking at size, and they're like, wow, they're going to take us all out, But he doesn't know any better. And that's why he's got to get out. And it's the same thing with you and me. Jesus doesn't keep us in bubble wrap. Have you figured that out? If he did, we'd be worthless as four-fingered gloves, y'all, because life isn't soft and it isn't easy. And we do some of the most damaging things to our kids by trying to cushion and baby them through life, because life is not going to baby you. You're going to have to learn the signs of what to approach, what to not approach. We need to learn the signs of what's a snake and what's a skunk in human form, don't we? And I can't do that without walking next to the Lord. And Ruger is safe as long as he learns these things and he's close to me. I am safe as long as I learn these things while I'm close to the Lord. This is Crystal Lyons, another Cowgirl Logic, and there goes Ruger. He's discovered cow manure. It's wonderful.